have an idea.
The first phase in the students' work was the planning phase, which consisted of researching successful businesses in order to gather information that would help them to create their business proposal for their STEAM business. They then presented their proposal to one of our presenters in order to get some feedback before they moved on to the creation phase.
The second phase of the project for students involved the creation of a product blueprint and prototype. They used the experience they gained from their study of real-world scenarios and the calculations they performed.
The last phase of the project for students was the marketing phase. Students were in charge of blueprinting, filming, and editing their commercials, as well as creating a slideshow as a sales pitch presentation. As you notice, each section has a reflection for students to think back on what they learned in each phase. All right, team, I have a ton of great ideas. First off, we can start by creating these blueprints.
Okay, wait, Mr. McCann. We need to make sure that we're following the essential project design components.
Based on our grade level standards, we built excitement and relevant background information and vocabulary by reading articles and having students research successful student inventions.
We started the project by brainstorming students' questions about successful businesses. We then used these student-generated questions to guide their inquiry process by having them research answers throughout the entire project.
The project became authentic because students were raising money for their own field trips. We also brought in local speakers from the Paris City of Commerce, as well as our very own Ms. Charlene Bush, to talk about what it takes to own and run your own business. We gave students voice and choice by letting them choose the product they would like to create, then letting them decide which materials would be cost effective in order to create a profit.
The most memorable experience from the project was the commercial, because I was really scared and I don't like people taking videos of me, but with my teammates I was confident and I was able to do it.
One memorable part of this project was seeing the look on our faces once our wristband or our bracelets were finished.
One skill that I will apply in the future is the proposal, because I want to start my own business in the future.
Memorable things we did in our PBL project was the storyboarding and recording the commercial, because it was really fun and exciting.
Students were constantly revising their blueprints of their products based on the critique they had gotten from their peers. Students got to present in front of different grade levels as well as create their own commercials.
This is the anti-bullying buddy. It can help you accomplish anything.
Out there, as you can see, there was a bullying problem between a kid trying to get his hat back. He conquered his fears and took on the bully and got his hat back. The bracelet says anti-bully free to represent about the problem. When you buy this bracelet for $1.75, you will be a member of a club. And also, it has the tier colors of Clearwater, so it can represent our school.
Well, after students created their prototype, I realized that even though they were able to calculate the cost of their product, they weren't really sure or clear about how to set a price for their for the product in order to keep the business going. So in the future, what I would like to do is I would like to concentrate to focus on that aspect of the business enterprise.
One of the most satisfying parts of the PBL experience is that students are using not just one core subject skills, but skills that span all core subjects. So in our example, math, science, social studies, reading, technology. And when students really understand all that goes into it, they're more likely to be able to apply it to other parts of their life. One thing that I think we can improve on is definitely giving students even more voice and choice. They were already bought in with the idea of creating their own wristband, but really opening up the doors to them and not limiting them creatively.
So something that I think went really well with the project is that the students were able to apply it to something that they could see themselves doing in the future. In a real world scenario, if they're interested in starting up one of their own businesses, they realize the importance of having to plan ahead and research the information so that they're informed. Something that I would have liked to do if we had more time is, as a follow-up activity, have them go through the phases of the project with an actual business that they might be interested in starting up in the future, so that they could really make that connection.